Hello and welcome to More Math Homework Help. I am Miss Moore and this is More Math Homework Help. So here's how it works. Every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am here to offer you math help. There's no catch. It's all free. I'm just giving up my time to help you out. All right. And so each week, we may have students join me. If not, students will send in topics. They may not want to come on live. So tonight we have some topics that students have sent in, and I'm just going to get started. All right, so let's get started. So the first one is part, whole, and percent. So we had someone complete the form that said they're really getting stuck with finding the part, finding the whole, and finding the percent. So here's an example of a question. What is 20% of 60? What is 20% of 60? So here's the thing. With questions like this, the hardest part is following the words, okay? So I take a percent, okay? Remember, percent is like a fraction. It's a number out of 100. So I take a small percent. 20% is a small piece, right? 100% would be the whole amount. So I take a small piece of 60. 60 is the whole amount. I take a piece, a part of 60, and that's my answer, right? So the easiest to identify, okay, so part, whole, percent. And actually, let me do it in different colors. So I'll do percent yellow, the whole will be green, and pink will be the part. Okay, so I'm taking a percent of the whole amount. Of usually goes with the whole, okay? So of 60, I'm taking a piece of 60. 60 is your whole amount, okay? Now, do I have the percent or am I finding the percent? Well, the easiest way to see if I have a percent is to look for that percent sign. Do you see a percent sign? Absolutely, 20%. So I color that in yellow. That is my percent. And that means this question is asking us to find the part. Okay. So what is in math is always means equals. There's two ways to solve this. You could either do a proportion or you can do equation. Now, my students love proportions. Okay, but I'm going to show you both ways and then you can decide which way you like best. Okay, so what is 20% of 60? So let's follow the word. So here's the equation method. What? I don't know what it is. So I put X. If I don't know what something is, I put X. Is in math always means equal. What is? So X equals 20%, okay, I write my percent in yellow, of means multiply, and 60. All right, so again, we follow the words. I'm going to put our little keyword over here. So of means multiply, and is means equal. So if we follow the words, it's pretty simple, right? What, I don't know what it is, so I'm putting X, is equals 20%, we just wrote 20%, of multiply 60. All right, so I don't like to multiply by a percent, so I change it to a decimal. To go from percent to decimal, we're going to move our decimal 2 spaces to the left. So think about it. 20% is 20 out of 100, which means 20 hundredths, right? So how do I write 20 hundredths as a decimal? 0.20. So we're really doing 0.20 or 20 hundredths times 60. Okay, do 6 times 2, add 2 zeros. There should be 2 decimals, 2 numbers after the decimal, and x equals 12. Okay, so go ahead. Most teachers let you use a calculator for this part, but if they don't, again, you're just doing 6 times 2, which is 12, and add those 2 zeros. Then you have 2 numbers that should be after the decimal. And that's how we got 12. Okay, so x equals 12. So that's an equation if we're trying to find the part. Okay, so that's the equation method. We're just following the words. So with the equation method, let's do it again, but this time we're going to find the whole amount. Okay, so let's delete that. Okay. Oh, sorry, y'all. There we go. 17 is 50% of what number? 17, and for those watching, if you think you can solve it, go ahead and solve it. 17 is 50% of what number? So let's go to our keywords. Of means multiply. Is, it got cut off a little bit. Is means equal. Okay, so let's follow the word. 17 is equals 50% of means multiply. What number? X. Okay, I don't know what it is, so we're going to put X. When you see what number, I don't know, put an X. All right, so 17 is a part, it's half, 50%, right? It's half of some number. So 17 is the part, it's not the whole amount. 17 is the part. Okay, 50%, just like it shows you, is the percent. And I'm taking a percent of the whole amount. So this is the whole amount. Okay. Now, I don't like to multiply by percents. So we change 50%. It's a half or 0.5. So it's 50 hundredths. Okay. So half of some number equals 17. What is that number? So this is multiplication. To get rid of this 0.50, we're going to divide both sides by a half, which is the same as multiplying it by 2. So x equals 34. 17 is half or 50% of 34. And that's how we find the whole amount. And finally, the percent. How do we find the percent? Here we go. $24 is what percent of 72? 24 is what percent of 72? Remember, I said the whole is usually with the word of. So I'm taking a piece of 72. 72 is your whole amount. Okay. 24 is a piece. It's a percent of that. So 24 is your part. 24 is just a piece of 72, the whole amount. So 24 is your part, And they want you to find the percent. The percent, we don't know what it is. So we have to find the percent. All right. Now go to our keyword list right here. And let's do it. Follow the words. 24. It says is means equals. What percent? If I don't know the percent, I'm going to put X. Okay. Of means multiply. 72. So 24 equals 72 times X, or X times 72, right? How do I get rid of the 72? It's multiplied with the X. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to divide both sides by 72. Okay? So you're going to get X equals 0.3 repeating. You're going to get a decimal. Okay? Now we need to turn it into a percent. So they gave you the decimal. Now I want you to turn it into a percent. It's a repeating decimal. So it'll be 33.3 repeating percent, or 33 1/3%. Okay. So for the person who asked me to go over part, whole, percent, I hope that was sufficient for you. You can rewind it, go back, and enjoy. All right. We're going to take a quick break as we set up for the next topic. All right. Quick break. Hello, guys. We are back. So we're back from our 5-minute break. So just before the break, we were doing part, whole, and percent. And now we are moving on to dividing fractions. I did have someone who may come and join me tonight. I sent them the link. So if you're watching, check your email. And you can just come on in and join me. All right. So dividing fractions. So we had another request from TikTok for dividing fractions. So let's do it. Let me share my screen. There we go. All right. So 2/3 divided by, let's keep it easy, 1/3. Okay. So 2/3 divided by 1/3. Now, most teachers teach you keep, change, and flip. Okay. So I'm pretty much going to teach you that, but I want to show you why it works. Okay. So we have our guest here. So actually, so our guest, if you could just type in the chat, you'll see the private chat to the left. Just type so I know you're good, and then tell me what topic you want me to do. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I see it. Okay, so let me tell you where dividing fractions, the rules came from. Okay, so think about this. What's half of 8? Okay, if I say what's half of 8, everybody would tell me what? 4, right? So if I say what's half of 8, you're either dividing 8. That's right. Thank you. You're either dividing by 2 in your head, or you're timesing it by 1/2. So if I say what's half of 8, you're either dividing by 2 or timesing by 1/2. All right. So some wonderful mathematician noticed a pattern. They say, wait, when I divide by a number like 2, it's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal of that number. What's reciprocal? Reciprocal means I take that number and I flip it. Okay, which is why keep, change, flip works, right? So instead of dividing by 2, I could multiply by the reciprocal of 2. How do I write 2 as a fraction? 2/1, right? So if I flip it, what's the reciprocal? The reciprocal is 1/2. So dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 1/2. So from that, and they realized it over and over and over, right? They don't just come up with a rule, right? They've had to see it and prove it time and time again. But it was proven that if you divide by a fraction or a number, it's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal or the flip version of that number. Okay. So this is why keep, change, flip works. Okay. So dividing by 1/3, we keep the 2/3 the same. We change division to multiplication, and we flip that last fraction. It becomes 3/1. And then we multiply as normal. 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 1, 3. 6 divided by 3, 2. Okay? And there you have it. So keep, change, flip. Again, they saw that dividing by a fraction is the same as just multiplying by the flip version of that last number. So let's do it one more time. 3/4 divided by 3/8. Okay. So dividing by this 3/8 is going to be the same as multiplying, flip it, 8/3 by 8/3. And 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12. 24 divided by 12 is 2. Okay, so for that person on TikTok that asked me to do dividing fractions, I hope that was sufficient. Again, if you need help, I love when you join me live. That way I know if you want more practice, like the person who said this might have wanted another example, right? or I might have lost them with using the word reciprocal. I have no idea because I don't have you live, right? So this is why I invite you guys live with me so I can hear you. I know when you're lost. I know what's getting you confused and all of that, okay? All right, so we do have a guest today, and we're going to do dividing 3-digit numbers by 1-digit number. Dividing 3-digit number by 1-digit number. Okay, so I'm going to bring our guest up. Hello, guest. Unmute your mic.
Hi.
Hello. All right, let me turn my volume up. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, and then you just tell me. I'm just going to see what you know and what you don't know, okay? That way I can see where you're getting stuck.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want a problem with remainders or without remainders?
Without remainders, please.
Okay, no problem. All right. Hold on. Let me just make sure that's going to work. Okay. So tell me what you already know. Where would you begin with this?
I know you should know how many times 4 could go into 384.
Okay. Is that the extent?
Yeah, that's all I know.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So essentially, yes, we're trying to figure out how many times 4 goes into this big number. But what we do is start with the smaller number. Okay. So can 4 go into 3?
No.
No, right? It's too big. So I'll put an X there. It can't go into it. It's too big. Can 4 go into 38?
Yes.
How many times? So let's do our
8.
Okay, good. 8 times. So 8 times 4 is what?
32.
Okay. 9 times 4. What would that be?
36.
Okay. 10 times 4. What would that
40.
be? Good. All right. So which one gets us closest to 36 without going over?
The 36.
Okay. And which one, what times 4 was 36?
9.
Good. Excellent. So we put the 9 on top. Where does the 36 go? Because 9 times 4, right? 9 times 4 is 36, right? That's what we saw here.
Yeah.
So we're going to write that 36 under here. Okay. So I'm going to do it the normal way your teacher probably has been teaching you, but then I'm going to go back and teach you another way that I think might help you a little bit better. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So 8 minus 6 is what?
2.
2. Okay. 3 minus 3 is 0. So we're good. So we're going to bring down this 4. Now, 4 goes into 24 how many times?
Pretty sure 6.
Yep, you got it. And so we put that 6 times 24. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 minus 24 is 0. Okay, so we take it one number at a time, right? We didn't go straight to how many times does 4 go into 384, right? We took it one thing at a time. How many times did 4 go into 3? How many times did 4 go into 38? And we kept going from there, okay? So I want to do one more like that, and then I'm going to teach you. Have you heard of partial quotient?
No.
Okay, that's fine. All right, but I'm going to. So let's try this way first. See if you're getting it. If not, then I'm going to teach you the partial quotient method because I think that might help you really get it. Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So sweet. All right. So 375 divided by 5. 375 divided by 5. Okay. So, can 5 go into 3?
No.
No. Okay. Can 5 go into 37?
Yes, it can.
How many times?
8 or
No,
7.
It's okay. 8 times 5 is what?
40, so it's 7.
Okay, because 7 times 5 is?
35.
Excellent. Okay. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay. 37 minus 35. So 7 minus 5.
It's 2.
Good. Excellent. Now we're going to bring down this 5 because 5 can't go into 2. It's too big. So 5 can go into 25. How many times?
5 times.
Excellent. So 5 times 5 is 25. And 25 minus 25 is 0. Okay. So how are you feeling about it? Do you want to see the other way or you want to keep going this way?
I like this way. I actually understand it.
Perfect. So you understand it better after these 2 examples?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give you one more on your own, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I'm trying to come up with a problem for you. Just give me a second. 14 plus 4. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, so divided by 6. I want you to do that. You have a paper and a pencil out?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I want you to try it. And again, do one thing at a time, right? So how many times does 6 go into 8? How many times does 6 go into the other number? Okay, so go ahead and do that for me.
Okay.
Okay, so let me know if you need any help. Are you getting stuck somewhere?
No, I'm doing good right now.
Okay. The paper. Okay. Good.
What I got is 144.
Okay, walk me through how you did it because you're absolutely right. Okay, so walk me through how you did it.
So first, 6 and 8 can't go. Well, 6 can't go into 8. So 6 and 86 could go in. Yeah, 6 could go into 86. And then 6 times 14 is 84. And
Okay.
86 minus 84 is 2. But you bring down the 4. 6 times what was it? 6 times 4 is 24, and then 24 minus 24 is 0.
Excellent. Now I'm just going to show you something really quick, because you did great, but just to save you some time. Now 6 can go into 8, right? It's not 8 is big enough for 6 to go into it. Okay, so 6 can go into 8 one time. Okay, and 8 minus 6 is 2. So that way you don't have to come up with such a big number like 14 and keep doing like 12 times 6. And because it took a while, right, to try to find that number that was close to 86. You can absolutely do that, but to save you time, it may help you to see that 6 could go into 8. Now, if it was a 2, no, 2 is too small, right? But 6 can go into 8 one time. Then you're just looking at 6 into 26, right? Which is smaller. It's a lot easier. You'll get that 4. And then you know that 6 goes into 24 4 times, right? So that would just make your life a whole lot easier if you, again, work with the smaller numbers. Now, I just realized the last few numbers were like this, right? Where the first number was too small for 7 to go into. You see that?
Yeah.
But tell me this. We're not going to do this whole thing. I just want to just make sure you're good. 824. Can 7 go into 8?
No. Or, yeah.
How many times?
Once.
One time. See? Okay. So if that number, that first number is bigger than the number on the outside, it can go into it. Okay. But if it was like a 4, then yeah, 7 is too big. All right. So how do you feel?
I feel great.
Yay. You feel like you're understanding it better?
Yes.
Awesome. Great job. You did amazing. So anytime you forget how to do it, you can always come back to this video and that can help you out. But thanks so much for reaching out on you came from TikTok, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
thanks so much for reaching out on TikTok. This is perfect. I'm glad I was able to help you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, you too. That was awesome. So we have a bunch of people from TikTok tuning in. We still have about 40 people on TikTok tuning in, and our forum is going crazy. So I see that about 3 more people have asked to join us live. So I'm going to take a quick break and send out those emails so that you guys can join me live. Okay. So let's take a quick break. Let me send out these emails to everybody that wants to join, and let's do it. All right, and we are back. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I just sent out the emails to all those who wanted some homework help. So check your emails. You'll have a link to join me live. We have one more topic. All right, so far we've done our last guess. We did long division, 3-digit by 1-digit. Oh no. Okay. Sorry, they just kicked me off of TikTok live. Okay, so 3-digit by 1-digit numbers, long division, we did part, whole, percent, dividing fractions, and now, until someone joins, we'll do perimeter of triangles. Okay, so let's do it. All right. So we have, so perimeter, I don't know if you guys ever, for the person that asked this question, right? If you've ever watched any of those cop shows, right? Before they go in to get the bad guy, they always say, search the perimeter, right? So it's the outside, right? So the outside of the house. So it's the outside of the shape. So if I'm going around the perimeter, I'm doing the outside. So let's say this was 5 centimeters, and this was 4 centimeters, and this was 7 centimeters. Okay, it's not drawing the scale. All right, so we have 5, 4, and 7. If I'm walking around this whole triangle, how many centimeters have I gone? That's the perimeter. So you would basically add up all the sides. So perimeter means outside. If they want the area of something, they're talking about inside the shape. But perimeter, search the perimeter, you're searching the outside because you don't know what's waiting for you inside. So search the outside, right? So perimeter is around the triangle, around the shape. So you are adding everything that's around the shape all together. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. All right. Let's see. Clear Canva. Let's do one more. Okay. So we have, and actually let me do another triangle because triangles are all different. It doesn't always look, like this. All right. So we have 6, 8, 12. Okay. If we were to find the perimeter, you're adding up all the sides. So 8 plus 6 plus 12. So 8 plus 6 is 14. And 14 plus 12, you're going to get 26. Okay. So there's the answer, 26. Okay. So that is perimeter of triangles. Let me just check. Check my form. Okay. So I have some people that want to join me. They're not in yet, so I'll wait. All right. We had a request on TikTok for proportions. Actually, I'll continue with geometry and then we'll do proportions, okay? So we had a request for cuboids. Cuboids is just a fancy word. It's just a 3D figure, 3D box, right? Cuboids is just a fancy word for a rectangular prism. Okay, so it's kind of like a cube, but not. So rectangular prism, think of like a tissue box, okay? Or a shoebox. That probably would be better. Shoebox. That would be a rectangular. My drawing is awful. Sorry, guys. And like that. Okay, so that would be a cuboid. Okay, so volume, it would be like you're filling this box up. Okay, so like if this is a toy box and you want to fill it up with toys, you want to know how much can it hold? That's volume. How much can you fill this box up with? That's the volume. Okay, and the volume formula, and you guys have learned this probably 5th grade, starting in 5th grade, length times width times height. Okay, length times width times height. Height is how high it is, length is your longest side, and width is the default. Okay, so let's say this is 10. From here to here, let me use a different color. From here to here is 4. And let's use green. From here to here is 6. Okay. So if I want to, and I'm just going to trace this in pink. All right. So your longest side is what? Your length. Okay. Your width is right here. This is your width, how wide it is. And then how high it is your height. So high, height, all the same. So we're doing length times width times height, and that equals your volume. So you just plug it in. Length 10 times 6 times 4. And 10 times 6 is 60. And 60 times 4 is 240. Okay? So 240. Now let's say it was like inches, 10 inches, 10 inches. It would be inches. Inches times inches times inches. We got 3 of them. Inches cubed. Okay? Because we had length times width times height. 3. So we say inches cubed. And it's a cuboid because it's inches cubed. Okay, let's try another one. Okay. So again, the volume formula is length times width times height. So I know I had somebody on TikTok that definitely said, please, please, please go over this with me. All right. So here we go. We have 11, 8, and 5. Okay, our width, how wide this box is 8. Our length, our longest side is, our length, our longest, why is it doing that? Sorry. Our longest side is 11, and our height is 5. Okay, so we're going to do length times width times height, and that is our volume. So we're just going to plug it in again, right? Length is 11 times 8 times 5. All right? 11 times 8 is 88. And 88 times 5, 8 times 5 is 40. And 40 plus 4 is 440. And if this was centimeters, it would be centimeters cubed. Okay, so for the person who asked me for cuboids, we just did volume of cuboids. There you go. All right. So we had an audience tuning in on TikTok. And if you were from TikTok, they abruptly shut me off of the live. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. I need practice for geometry. I don't know why. Hold on one second. I think they're having trouble joining the live. So let me email them again. I'm not sure. Okay. I'll email the parent just in case. Oh, we have another one. Okay. So let me send this email. All right, we're almost there. Okay, so we have another person that wants mainly like charts, histograms, tally charts, circle graphs. Okay. Geometry, lots of geometry practice. All right, so if they come in, we'll do some quick geometry, 3rd through 5th grade math, and then we'll be out of here. Okay, so I did get a request for long division. They're going to join me next week, but I'll just, since we have time. All right, so 4 digits now. Okay, so if you watched earlier, hello, if you watched earlier, okay, 5 cannot go into 1. 5 is too big, but 5 can go into 12. How many times? 2 times. Hello, J Money. All right, 5 can go into 22. How many times? 4, because 4 times 5 is 20. And 5 can go into 25. How many times? 5 times. All right, so we get, I know who it is, 245. All right, so we get 245. Okay, and if you want the breakdown of that, we did it a lot right before. All right, we got a request for proportions, so we're going to do a couple of problems with proportions. I'm just checking to see. All right, there we go. Okay. Proportions, 2 equal ratios. Okay, so a proportion is just 2 equal ratios. And equal ratios is exactly like equivalent fractions, right? So 2/4. Okay, they're equal, and you can check them out because their cross products are equal, right? 2 times 8 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 equals 16, right? Their cross products are equal, so they're equal. Another way of doing it is to just look straight across. 2 times what is 4? 2. And 4 times 2 is 8. So because I can multiply them by the same number, they're equal ratios. All right. But let's say we didn't know that this was a 8. No, we didn't know it was a 4. So let's say it was an 8 here. And we want to solve for x. We don't know what this is. Okay. So I showed you you can do cross products. That's one way. So here's cross products. We would do 4 times x. And the way we write that is 4x. And we would do 2 times 8. And 2 times 8 is 16. Okay. 4 times what is 16? To figure that out, we would divide by 4. And x equals 4. Okay. Now, again, the other way you could do it is just to go straight across. 4 times 2 is 8. So 2 times 2 is 4. That would be the easiest way to do it. All right. One more proportions. 3/5 equals x over 25. Okay. So again, you can go straight across. 5 times what is 25? 5 times 5 is 25. And 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. And that's how you do it. Let's say there was a number like 6 here, and you couldn't just go straight across. Well, again, you would cross multiply. In this case, because you can't just 5 times what equals 6, right? It would be too complicated. The easiest thing to do is cross multiply. So 5 times x is 5x. 3 times 6 is 18. 5 times something is 18. So to solve it, we would divide by 5, okay? And x equals 18 fifths, or 3 3/5. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to go on one more 5-minute break. And if our guest doesn't come on, then we will end, okay? So we have one more 5-minute break, and then we're done. All right, so we are back. I hope you guys had a great time tuning in and watching more math homework help. So again, in the future, if you want math help, here's what you need to do. Okay, it's in the description. Let me just see if I put it in there. Yes, it's in the description of this video. If you look in the description of this video, you'll see it says to submit questions, fill out this form. Okay, I need you to fill it out by Tuesday at 6 p.m. This way I have time to go through it, set everything up, make sure I have questions ready for you so that we can just bang it out, right? Real quick. All right. And so if you give me the questions now, then it just takes a little bit longer. I have to email you the link and all of that. So it just helps to move things along. If I can see it ahead of time, I usually prefer that you fill out that form like Monday night or so that I can email you the link. You get it in time. You'll join me live. And once I help you out, you can go. It's just that simple. Okay. But thank you to my guest who joined me. We had a great time. She learned how to do long division and she is a champ at it now. So great job. And then I hope those on TikTok who sent in their request gets a chance to watch this video so that I can help you out as well. All right. So I want everybody to have a great night. I will see you next Tuesday for more math. Bye.